All right. Good welcome for this session. In this session, we are going to learn about career planning. Why? Why to do the career planning? My name is Arun Anbu. I'm quite excited to share some of my insight through this session. What do we have for the agenda? We have the 6 points will be covered in this session. I'll be covering the first point would be the 4 pillars of life. And I'll be focusing on one particular pillar, which is the career, which is all the more an important pillar. And also I'll be covering something about the hard work versus smart work in the career planning, because both are really needed. And fourth point is nothing but why to do the career planning. That's a question you need to ask. Also, you might be wondering, don't know where to start, isn't it? I will be telling you where to exactly start, or rather, I will also tell you in a pictorial, through one pictorial representation, I'll be telling you where are you right now and how you can take forward your career. Okay. And then 6 is my favorite quote, focus on what you can become than what you get. I will cover that as a 6th point. This is a quick agenda, what we have, and it's a quick time check. Let me do. Okay. Sorry. Yep. All right, good. Friends, whether you like it or not, your life revolves around these 4 pillars. உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்குதோ இல்லையோ, உங்களுடைய லைஃப் வந்து இந்த 4 பில்லரையும் சுத்தி கொண்டு ஓடிக்கொண்டே இருக்கும். The first pillar is called health. Second pillar called relationship. And third is a very, very important pillar. That's what we are talking for today, which is nothing but your career pillar. The fourth pillar, it's another important one, which is nothing but money. The health and the relationship pillar, these are two are intangible. When I say intangible, அது வந்து உங்களால உணர முடியும், தொட முடியாது. Okay? If you're feeling healthy, you can feel it. If you're having good relationship with your parents, with your friends, you can feel it. What you see on your right hand side, the career and the money, that's a tangible. Tangible now, உங்களால அதை உணர முடியும், தொட்டு பார்க்க முடியும், because you go to a job, you earn the money, right? For this session, I'll be focusing on this one particular pillar called career. What you see here, the green color highlighted one, that is called the career pillar. The reason, okay, the green color, the reason why I've kept that as a green color, because green is a symbolic notion for money. When you're in career or when you're a job, you will earn, which is also take care of the money part. Why it is important means, whether you like it or not, your life revolves around it till the last stage. உங்களுக்கு பிடிக்குதோ பிடிக்கலையோ, நீங்க ஏதோ ஒரு தொழில் வந்து நீங்க கடைசி வரைக்கும் செய்து கொண்டுதான் இருக்கும். ஈவன் த பீப்புள் ஹூ டேக் ரிட்டையர்மெண்ட், அவங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னாலும் வந்து பணத்துக்காக அவங்களுடைய வாழ்க்கையில ஓடிக்கொண்டு இருப்பாங்க. எதுக்கு? பணத்தை சம்பாதிக்கணும், பணத்தை ஈட்டணும், தேவைகளை மீட் பண்றதுக்காக. விச் மீன்ஸ் the career pillar is one of an important pillar. நீங்க ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ்ல இருந்து கடைசி ஒரு ஸ்டேஜ் வரைக்கும் you have to keep running for that again and again and again. அப்படின்னா it's an important pillar, right? Now the question I would like to ask, are you really taking that career pillar so serious? Because I used to read a lot of research, I used to do a lot of research about what's happening in the job market, how this education system, when I say how many students are getting graduated from a college, what's the intake of the students into the corporate, அதை பத்தி நிறைய நான் டீடைல்டா ரிசர்ச் அண்ட் ஸ்டடிஸ் பண்றது உண்டு. The shocking status, anywhere between 60 to 70%, or rather 30% after the graduation, they don't get into a job, or rather they'll get settled in something else. They don't want to take their job seriously. அவங்க கரியரை வந்து ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்டா எடுத்து மேற்கொண்டு நான் இது செய்யணும், மேற்கொண்டு இதை நான் படிக்கணும், மேற்கொண்டு நான் என்ன அப்ஸ்கில் பண்ணணும்னு பண்றது இல்ல நிறைய பேரு. தே திங்க் எனக்கு இது போதும், இதை வச்சு என்ன வருதோ நான் செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்கேன் அப்படின்ட்டு நிறைய பேர் சொல்றாங்க. உதாரணம் சொல்லணும்னா, இன்ஜினியரிங் படிச்ச பசங்க வந்து தேர் டெலிவரிங் ஃபுட் இன் ஸ்விக்கி. அது நீங்க நியூஸ் பேப்பர்லயும் நீங்க படிச்சிருக்கலாம். ஐம் நாட் சேயிங் எனிதிங் ராங் அபவுட் தட். மை சிம்பிள் பாயிண்ட் இஸ், உங்களோட கரியர் பில்லர்னு வர்றப்ப யூ ஹாவ் டு டேக் utmost care and utmost important. Okay, now you hope you'll understand the importance of the career pillar, right? Now, does hard work, can somebody read what you see on the header? Can someone unmute and read that?
Does hard work or smart work is needed for career planning?
Okay, good. Thank you. Now I would like to ask this question: does hard work or smart work needed for career planning? Any question, any response can I get from the audience? You can unmute. One person can unmute and you can just say your response. What do you think?
Sir, I thought these two things play a vital role in our life.
Wonderful, Gautam. Gautam, I really like your thought process. What you said is absolutely right. Now,
Thank you, sir.
yeah. Now I would like to explain this hard work versus smart work through a story. Because this one thing you would keep hearing in your college, isn't it? You have to work hard to get it. அப்புறம் ஒரு சில பேர் என்ன சொல்லுவாங்க, no, hard, not hard work. You have to work smart. I would like to explain this simple concept through a story. Assume in an engineering college, a guy named, I'll pick my favorite name, Ajay. So assume that the final year college students, on the last day of their graduation, the class teacher had come in the class. She was asking the students, all the students, what you wanted to become. Because that's the last day. After that, they'll not be coming to college. The teacher wants to know what they want to become in their life. Right? அவங்க எந்த தொழில அவங்க சூஸ் பண்ண போறாங்க, எந்த மாதிரி அவங்க ஆகணும்னு விரும்புறாங்க அப்படின்ற ஒரு கொஸ்டின் வந்து ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட கேட்டாங்க இந்த மேம். அஜய் பார்த்து கேட்டாங்க, அஜய், what you wanted to become? அஜய் எஞ்சி சொன்னாரு, நான் வந்து after my graduation I will work hard, I will do my masters. நான் மாஸ்டர்ஸ் பண்ணிட்டு then I will start up a company start up பண்ணிட்டு then I will do a lot of projects, I will earn more money. டெல்லி, பாம்பே, கல்கட்டா, சென்னை 4 ஏரியாலையும் வந்து தனித்தனி வீடு வாங்குவேன். அப்புறம் எனக்கு 7 கார் வாங்குவேன். எவ்ரிடே I'll go in one car and also I will become a millionaire அப்படின்ட்டு அஜய் சொன்னார். மேம் கேட்டுட்டு, அஜய், that was a long response, that's fine, you can sit அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு she turned to the girls section and the ma'am asked, we'll pick a name, maybe Shreya. Shreya, what do you wanted to become? Shreya said, I wanted to become Ajay's wife. Now if you see, Ajay, what he said, that's a hard work. He wants to toil, he wants to put his effort to become what he wants. But what Shreya thought, she applied a little bit of smart thinking and she said, I will marry Ajay so that whatever Ajay has, I will get it. That is called smart work. The story ends there. But if you ask me, with the hard work and the smart work, what is needed? The answer is both. Like Gautam said, you would need the hard work and also the smart work. When I say the hard work, I will get that covered in the next session, how I used to did the planning and how much hard work I have put in. The certificates, what you saw, do you think it would be easy to get all those certificates? Absolutely no. The reason is I have to spend my time, energy, and money. When I say time, I'm already occupied in my day-to-day job. On top of that, I need to find time to study. And I need to spend my energy towards it. And I need to spend 50,000, 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh. There are different certificates. I've spent 2.5 lakhs or 3 lakhs, which means that's a hard work part, right? The smart work, I will get that covered in my next session. How I applied some of the smart work and how that had helped me. But for now, you can safely assume உங்களுக்கு வந்து hard work is needed and also the smart work. Don't rely only on one thing. நான் hard work மட்டுமே செய்வேன் so that I will get into the top in my career. No, it will not happen. Likewise, don't go only with the smart work. I've seen so many people. நிறைய பேர் பார்த்திருக்கேன் ஸ்மார்ட் ஒர்க்ல வச்சு பண்ணுவாங்க. என்ன ஆகும்னா இந்த ஸ்மார்ட் ஒர்க்ல வந்து கொஞ்ச நாள் தான் கொஞ்சம் தூரம் தான் போக முடியும். They'll not be able to continue their career in a longer run. I hope I'm able to speak in a very simple English. Since this is being recorded, I wanted to speak in a very simple English. If you're not able to get any points, put that in the chat. Okay? நிறைய பேர் வந்து வெறும் ஸ்மார்ட் ஒர்க் மட்டுமே பிடித்து கொண்டு போவாங்க. அவங்களால ரொம்ப தூரம் போக முடியாது. I've seen those people at terribly fail. I know many of my friends or in my known circle, they're not in a good job. Or they got settled in a different job. So don't go only with the smart work or don't go only with the hard work. Likewise, I know many people just focusing only on the hard work, but they're not able to get out of a different zone. They kind of got stuck. And they used to call me. In fact, I had so many mentoring one-on-one sessions with them. They are working professionals. 10 years, 15 years, 20 years in the IT, but they're not able to get over. And they used to reach out to me. Hey, Arun, I wanted to talk to you, how you are doing. And I have done so many one-on-one sessions with them by telling, hey, probably you could just do this. Probably this is where you got stuck. I give them mentoring and some of them got into a different role. I don't want to say the name, but some of them, they just mail me, hey, I got into the project. I just got into this new role. Thank you for the guidance. So focus on the hard work and also the smart work. Now, I want a volunteer who can read what you see in the screen. Any volunteer? Okay, if there are no volunteer, I can go. But if since being recorded, if I ask any volunteer, quickly just open up and you can just read out. Okay, the big why question. Why to do the career planning? It's a very simple question. It's a very basic question. எதுக்கு நான் இந்த career planning பண்ணணும்? Do you want to know the answer for it? Can I hear a yes? One or two yeses? Can I hear yes? Okay, then I'm not going to ask you. I will continue just with my session. Okay, the big why question. It's just because you need to focus on your career planning, just because you need to design your life and lifestyle. Friends, write this down statement. Write this down. Why you need to focus on your career planning is to design your life and lifestyle. If you look at this, I think there is an option to just set the caption also. Show caption. Okay, so that way people can just see the caption in the bottom. To design your life and lifestyle. This one particular statement I came across or other just got to know after spending 12 years in the IT. Then I realized I need to focus on my career planning in order for me to design my life and my lifestyle. I would like to explain this simple one line in a simple concept. You take a rag picker. Rag picker na kuppa porukra person. You take a rag picker, and the person oda lifestyle eppadi irukum? They live in a different place. Their food habits are different, and they may or may not have a good vehicle. I'm not telling anything wrong, just for an example. Now, you take a business person who does turnover in crores. What sort of lifestyle this person will have? This person will have very nice food, nice clothes to wear, good house, probably closer to beach, and also they'll drive expensive cars. Now, if you look at these two person, the rack picker, ஒரு குப்பை பொறுக்கிற ஒரு பர்சனோ ஒரு பிசினஸ் பண்ற பர்சனோ நீங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்களோட லைஃப் அண்ட் லைஃப் ஸ்டைல் எதை வச்சு டிஃபைன் ஆகுது? பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் ஒன் திங், வாட் வி சா, த ஃபோர்த் பில்லர், மணி. I will explain you in the upcoming slide. I have one nice picture where I will be covering why this career and money goes hand in hand. Okay? எதுக்காக நம்ம career focus பண்ணணும்னா, in order for you to design your life and the lifestyle. In my self-introduction, I've shared many things about my past, how I was, where I was staying, what was my situation. But did I get stuck with that? Absolutely no. I rewrote my entire life and also my entire lifestyle how I want. Isn't it? So at the end of the day, it is your sole responsibility to design your life and your lifestyle. இந்த ஒரே ஒரு காரணத்துக்காக கண்டிப்பா you need to focus on your career planning. How many of you understood this particular point? If you understood, you no need to unmute, but you can put that in the chat. I will take a look at your response if this one particular concept had made sense to you. I hope it is clear because I try to explain that in a very simple analogy. Okay. Now, moving on to the next point. Yes. Career planning stages. Now, can I have one volunteer to unmute right away and read what you see? Just one volunteer. If not, maybe I'm going to ask Sindhu ma'am if you can just take that responsibility, or you or any one of your trainer can just unmute and read out. That will be helpful.
Sir, can I read?
Absolutely, Gautam.
But that to start the career planning, right? That's $1 million question right now.
Gautam, you're going to be my designator reader. Is that okay?
Okay,
if I'm
sir.
going to ask something, you're going to unmute and read out for me. Okay?
Okay, sir. Of course I will, sir.
Yes. You can after reading, you can just unmute yourself, please. Thank you so much, Gautam, for that. That's $1 million question, right? You might ask, sir, it's okay. Whatever you said about the career planning, it's all fine. But I don't know where to start. That's $1 million question. How many of you would be really interested to know where are you right now and how you can plan your career different stage? I've talked to, in the last 3 years, I've mentored more than 2,500 students and also corporate professional. One point in common, what I used to hear from them is, Arun, I don't know where I am right now. Or they used to say, I don't know where I got stuck. In order to simplify it, right, the entire process, the questionnaire simplify பண்றதுக்காக, I've just put only one simple pictorial diagram. Feel free to take the screenshot of it when I get there. It'll be very helpful. Okay. This is what I was talking about. Right now, if you see, I would like to just quickly explain this particular picture because you may not be able to understand it completely, but I would like to explain this one simple picture. நீங்க எங்க இருக்கிறீங்க, என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கிறீங்க, எந்த ஸ்டேஜுக்கு நீங்க போகணும், எது பண்ணா போகணும், லாங் ரன்ல வந்து எப்படி உங்களுடைய ப்ரொஃபஷனை வந்து உங்களுடைய பேஷனுக்கு நீங்க அலைன் பண்ணுவீங்க, அந்த ஜேர்னி வந்து I'm going to explain you. Okay, if you look at here this arrow, you see this called vocation. Vocation ஓட அர்த்தம் என்னவென்றால் for a particular occupation for which you are trained, which is nothing but the training, the upskilling, the certificate, the college degree, or your diploma courses, whatever you have done, that is called your vocation, which means you are just starting right here, isn't it? Now, many of the students, youth will say, Arun, though I've done, I'll pick a course, maybe biotechnology or other BCA or BSc Max, but I love singing, isn't it? I hope you also will also have the same situation that though I did my graduation, ஆனா எனக்கு இது பண்ண பிடிக்கும், எனக்கு டான்ஸ் பண்ண பிடிக்கும், எனக்கு குக்கிங் பண்ண பிடிக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவீங்க, கரெக்டா? But the catch is what you see here, right? Whatever you have learned, and in this place is what you will get paid after your graduation, after your diploma, after your course. You join a company and then you'll do your work and job and you get paid. Why you need money? இதுக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கிற ஸ்லைட்ல நம்ம பார்த்தோம், to design your life and your lifestyle, correct? Which means you need to focus on your vocation, which is nothing but your the course. நீங்க tally படிக்கலாம், இல்லாட்டி a different course, data analyst course படிக்கலாம். So you'll be doing different courses, right? அந்த கோர்ஸ் நீங்க படித்தது மூலமாக you will join a company and then this is where you will get paid for. Clear? In the circle what you see, then you will become a profession into that. For example, in my case, when I started off in learning about all the computer related C, C++, Java, different technologies I've studied, and then I got into my first job, first company, for which I started to get paid. And in the journey, ஒரு 10 வருடம் 15 வருடம் நான் அந்த ஜேர்னில இருக்கிறப்ப அது என்னுடைய ப்ரொஃபஷனா மாறிடுச்சு. Now I am a IT professional guy, correct? Or somebody who completes doctor, they will practice doctor for 5 years and then they'll become a doctor, they'll become a profession in that, right? And likewise, you take a tailor, you take a lawyer, you take any profession, they'll get paid for initially and then they become into that profession. After this particular circle, right, this first circle, it takes a while for somebody to understand what is that you are becoming a profession. For example, someone would started as a data quality analyst, then they become a data engineer. In the meantime, what happens is you will also have few areas that's something you really love. For example, you will have interest in photography, that's something you love. Or you might be interested in story writing, or you might be interested in maybe acting, or you might be interested in singing. So which means you will identify some of the areas what you love. But the problem with this particular circle is this particular circle is you may not get paid. Then that's a problem. If you're not going to get paid, பூவாக்கு என்ன பண்றது? நீங்க வேலைக்குன்னு போனாதான் மணி வரும், மணி வந்தாதான் உங்களோட லைஃபும் லைஃப் ஸ்டைலும் டிசைன் பண்ண முடியும் பார்த்தோம். Also, there is another circle on the left hand side that which you are good at. The different, you might ask, Arun, in the manner that which I love, which I'm good at, any difference in? For example, I love singing. Assume I love singing. The question is, am I good at it? Isn't it? That's $1 million question. I love maybe story writing, but am I good in writing? Good stories. I love creating content, but am I creating good content? You apply what you love. You need to ask whether are you good at it. When you will become good at it is that if you see the circle, right? Profession, you become the best. You become the best data engineer. You become the best auditor. That's where you become a so-called core profession, and also you will become good at it. Another example, Soluna, there are few areas I'm really good at it. Managing people, handling things, stakeholder management, organizing, customer handling, delivery governance. ஒரு 10-12 ஏரியா இருக்கு. I'm relatively good at it. Okay. The profession that which I'm good at it, right? So now going to this passion circle. If you see, and eventually there are quite a few passion I've developed. My passion is all about coaching and teaching. I love teaching. I love coaching. I spent, I don't know how many hours and hours and hours I spent in the last 3 years in just teaching and coaching to the people, for which I don't get paid, but still out of my passion, I do it. Now I kind of moved to this place. You also can think of what is that your passion, what you're passionate about. You will, you need to be really good at certain things. Only then that will pull you towards your passion. For example, assume you play a nice keyboard or the guitarist. Assume you're a good violinist. You're really good at it. Then automatically that will pull you towards that passion that I wanted to become a best violinist. Is it making sense? And that also aligned with this, the top circle, which is nothing but that which you love. You love playing violinist. You are really good at it. And then that's your passion. Then what? You started from here, from this occasion. Then you joined a company, you started getting the money, and then eventually you become a profession. And in the meantime, you have developed a few areas, and then eventually you have identified what's your passion, and that aligned with that you really love. If I'm not passionate about teaching and coaching, do you think it's going to be closer to 1 o'clock in the night? Do you think that I will just be wake up and teaching this to you all? Absolutely no, right? So I've started from here. I've crossed this circle, this circle, this circle, this circle, this circle. Now my mission and that which world need. So these two areas is what I'm working on my next 3-year plan. What do I really want to build as my mission? What is that the world really needs? To admit the fact, I just got a little bit idea what is my mission. Mission is nothing but I wanted to empower at least 1 million students, the youth. I got that idea. And is that the world also needs it? Absolutely yes. There are lakhs and lakhs of students getting graduate from college, but they don't know what to do after they get graduated. So I feel my mission is also I'm aligning with that, and that world also needs it. Though this is one simple career planning stage you can think of. I'm going to share this picture with Sindhu ma'am. Sindhu ma'am, a small request to you. If you can share this picture to the students, that will be helpful. So that they can, you guys can put that in your DP, put that, take a printout, put it in your notebook, see it every day. Try to ask this question. What vocation I need to, what training, what upskilling I need to do so that I get paid. You no need to think any of this circle for now because you're not there yet. But you need to focus on this circle and this circle. Make sense? Now, almost we have came to an end of, are we good on time? Yes, we are good on time. It is 11:10 if I'm not wrong. Moreover, we are just kind of getting aligned with the timing. After this, I will stop the recording. The reason is this will go for different consumption for others as well. One important point I would like to share with you all is when you get into a job, the first thing what everybody will expect is எனக்கு எவ்வளோ salary கிடைக்கும், better salary கிடைக்குமா அப்படின்னு நம்ம எதிர்பார்க்கிறது உண்டு. Yes or no? My simple suggestion to you is don't focus on what you're getting. Rather, focus on what you can become. For example, நீங்க ஒரு மெடிக்கல் டிரான்ஸ்கிரிப்ட் ஜாபுக்கு நீங்க போறீங்க, இல்ல ஒரு குவாலிட்டி ஆடிட் பண்ணிட்டு போறீங்க, இல்லாட்டி ஒரு டேட்டா குவாலிட்டி அனலிஸ்ட் ஜாபுக்கு போறீங்க, இல்லாட்டி ஒரு சேல்ஸ் ரெப்ரஸன்டேட்டிவா போறீங்க, இல்லாட்டி யூ கேன் டேக் எனி ஜாப். If you're going to focus how much salary I am getting, 10,000, 12,000 only, 15,000 only, no, don't focus on that. Rather, focus on அந்த particular jobல வந்து can you build being disciplined? Can you build being punctual? When I say punctual, I wanted to congratulate or rather give my heartfelt compliment to Satya. It was exactly at that time 9:29. She was the first person to join, and I asked Satya, looks like you've joined on time, and she said, I learned it from you, sir. So thanks for the compliment, Satya, for giving that back to me, and also I would like to give it to you. So you can develop becoming punctual. You can develop a certain habit which will help you to get into the next role. If you're going to focus only on, okay, நான் இந்த ஜாப் பண்றேன், எனக்கு இதுதான் கிடைக்குது, நல்ல டார்கெட் மீட் பண்ண முடியல, எனக்கு இது கஷ்டமா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு நீங்க ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா உங்களால மேல வர முடியாது. என்னுடைய கடந்த 20 வருட ஐடி ஜேர்னில வந்து do you think that my journey would be so easy? Absolutely no, right? Facing challenging customer, working with bosses, handling team, various other issues. But every other role when I get into, I focus on how can I become a better person? How can I become a better thinker? How can I think out of the box? How can I bring some solution? So அது மாதிரியான ஒரு விஷயங்களை வந்து நான் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பேன். So which means you need to focus on what you can become. Okay, that's almost the last slide. So what did we learn today? We learned about the 4 pillars of life: health, relationship, career, money. And also we talked about the importance of the career because it's a very important pillar. அது வந்து நம்மளுடைய லைஃப்ல கடைசி வரைக்கும் you need to do something or other. Third point, we talked about this: hard work முக்கியமா, smart work முக்கியமா? My simple suggestion is you need to juggle both. Hard work பண்ற இடத்துல hard work பண்ணணும், smart work பண்ற இடத்துல smart work பண்ணணும். Smart work வந்து என்னுடைய next sessionல I will be covering because I have a separate slide for that. And fourth point, what did we saw? Make your why stronger to move on in the life. உங்களுடைய why எதுக்காக பண்ண போறோம், எதுக்காக நான் ஜாபுக்கு போகணும்? நான் என்ன சொன்னேன்? To focus to design your life and your lifestyle. That might be one simple statement. But உங்களுடைய why என்னவா இருக்கணும்னா, why I wanted to get into a job நீங்க கேட்கிறப்ப என்னுடைய ஃபேமிலியை நான் நெக்ஸ்ட் லெவலுக்கு நான் எடுத்துட்டு போகணும் அப்படின்ற கொஸ்டின் உங்களுக்கு இருக்கணும். பிகாஸ் நான் என்னுடைய கரியரை நான் 2003 20 வருடம் முன்னாடி நான் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணப்ப that's the same question I asked. Why I need to work hard to get into a job? Because நான் சொன்னேன், நான் இருந்த காலகட்டங்கள் ரொம்ப கஷ்டமான ஒரு சூழ்நிலை இருந்தது. என்னுடைய ஃபேமிலி வந்து நான் வேற நிலைக்கு எடுத்துட்டு போகணுன்ற கொஸ்டின் நான் கேட்டுட்டே இருந்தேன். So just ask that why. Someone said that they want to become a CEO of a company, right? Beautiful response. So make your why stronger, then the how will happen. That's what they say. Apro the different career stage, we had a detailed discussion. I'm going to share that with Sindhu ma'am. She will share that across with you all. Put that in your WhatsApp status. Put that in your DP. See it every day. For the next at least 1 week, try to see it. In the last one, what we saw? Focus on what you can become rather than what you get, because that's where the magic start to happen. So that brings the conclusion of the session 1. Again, this is not the end. We'll be covering the remaining part of the how in the next session. The first session வந்து more of just opening up your mind, your thinking. நான் எதுக்காக கரியர் பிளான் பண்ணணும், நான் எந்த ஸ்டேஜ்ல இருக்கிறேன், எதுக்கு அதுக்கு நான் முக்கியத்துவம் கொடுக்கணும், நான் எப்படி என்னோட லைஃப் ஸ்டைல டிசைன் பண்ணணும்ன்ற ஒரு ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு ப்ரிலூட் இந்த லாஸ்ட் ஒரு 1 hour நம்ம பார்த்தது. ஓகே, next sessionல I will focus more on how you can build your career. That will be all the more interesting because I'll be sharing my own life experience. நான் எந்த ஒரு 3 டிப் நான் உங்களுக்கு நான் சஜஸ்ட் கொடுக்க போறேன். If you can just follow those 3 tips, it's a foolproof method. It cannot fail because அந்த 3 ஸ்டெப் வந்து என்னோட லைஃப்ல நான் லிட்டரலி என்னோட கரியர் லைஃப்ல லிட்டரலி நான் பிளானிங் பண்ணதோட நான் அப்ளை பண்ணேன். அதோட பெனிஃபிட் என்னன்னு உங்களுக்கு ஏற்கனவே தெரியும். Right now I am sharing this learning by sitting in the US, working for one of a top client and being in a good role. So அது ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிளே உங்களுக்கு போதும். How the tip what I will be sharing in my next session will be useful to you. So with that, we will conclude this session. Thank you so much for being an amazing and wonderful audience. With that, I'll stop the recording. Then we will start